up, you guys? My name is Maddie. I'm going to show you guys how I tab and annotate my books. As you see, I have 3 examples that I'm going to show you of how I tab my books. I do want to say, this video is not creative, it's not original, but I want to show you my way of doing it because I actually don't like to write in my books. I have written in books before. For example, this is the red tent and I annotated this book in high school for school. My dislike towards writing in books comes from high school trauma. It's not traumatic, I'm kidding. I just don't like writing in books because it reminds me a little bit too much like homework. So I'll show you what I do. I'm going to use my copy of From Blood and Ash as the main example for today's video. This is going to be a really quick, short video, don't worry. I reread From Blood and Ash this year and I tabbed the crap out of it. At one point, I even started running out of tabs because I was using so many of them at once that I started cutting them in half. It got crazy, okay? Instead of writing in my book, I use my handy dandy invisible, or I guess they're not invisible, that's the wrong word, translucent sticky notes. This brand of translucent sticky note, I got the 2x3 inch. They do have a 3x3 like a normal sticky note. It is an incredible tool to have if you don't like writing in your books. Since this was a reread, at the end of certain chapters, I would literally do a summary from one sticky note to the next. So like the next sticky note is right there. So from here to here, I kind of summarized it just in a few sentences right there. And that helps me because if I read a new release from this series, it's so nice to be like, oh wait, who killed who and like what king was that? And it's super helpful to go back and just look at the little summaries that I've made. So I love these translucent sticky notes. And I do have a little color code sheet right here on the inside of all of my books. I use normal sticky notes. My color codes typically stay the same for every single book, and I'll tell you them right now. I'm gonna put it right here if I can in editing. So red is usually when I am feeling angry for a character or at a certain point in the book. Like if I'm mad or I'm annoyed, like that scene shouldn't have happened, angry. But in this book, I also put red as plot twists. So sometimes in the back of the book, like I might not be mad at that part, but it's a plot twist. Pink is usually for smutty scenes or like really cute lovey-dovey scenes. Orange is for foreshadowing. So since I did this as a reread, there's a lot of orange in here because I was like, oh my gosh, this connects to that point, which is really helpful if I ever want to reread this for a third time. It almost makes me feel smarter because I'm like, oh my god, I'm piecing together this puzzle. Dark green is my world building sticky note, kind of just like important things to remember about that world. Blue is really sad or just like I teared up or there was a sad part for a character that I felt or there's just a sad moment, like there's war or just, you know, something revolving around being sad. Purple is any scene that I would consider like a favorite scene. Like I get butterflies or I get giddy just thinking about that scene. That's purple. And then I have a light purple in here, which is kind of foreshadowing, but for characters. So it's like character development, or that this scene is really special for this certain character. So it's just like important character moments. And the color yellow is just funny. Like I laughed out loud or it's like a funny scene. A lot of times for found family, like if there's a lot of bickering and banter dialogue, I love those kinds of scenes. So I'll like tab the whole chapter. I'm like, this chapter's great, super funny. That is my color code for From Blood and Ash. And again, that kind of changes per book. I will say red, blue, a lot of these stay the same. I have been using these tabs recently, which is a little bit tough when it comes to like red or certain colors because they don't match what I've already done in a lot of books. But I did get these off of Amazon like 3 months ago. So for the past few months, I've been using the lighter colors like from Lukov with Love. I literally only tabbed the back of the book because I didn't love it up until the back of the book. So I started tabbing once I really enjoyed it. But again, these are linked down below. It's called Color Note. Now for my contemporary romance books, my tabbing does look a little bit different because there's not like world building or character development usually. I mean, there's character development but not like there is in long series. So this, Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover, I tabbed a lot of green, which I do for quotes, and I tabbed some pink, which is obviously like really cutesy scenes, not smut in this book. I think smut, I did a different color. Maybe I just kept it all the same. I think I just did cute/smut in this one. And then there was a lot of blue because I cried frequently. You see, with this book, I kind of messed up because I didn't really put a color code sheet in the front, but I typically stay with the same theme. So pink is smut or cute love scenes, or blue is where I teared up, and purple is my favorite scene. I'm guessing that's what those tabs mean, but it's been a few months since I've read it, so I'm not quite sure. But if I ever reread this, these tabs should mean something. I know I've already gone over some of the products, but I'll just show them again. Translucent sticky notes. Love these things. They're helpful for summaries, or like if you don't want to write on the page like me. They don't just have blue ones, they have clear ones too. I have a few different packs that I haven't even opened yet, and again, I use maybe like for really high fantasy books, I probably use 8 to 15 of these a book. So they come in a pack, they're really cheap, really recommend it. Basic pastel post-it notes. I'm a pastel kind of girl. I don't really like bright colors, so pastel it is for me. Rainbow index tabs right here, linked down below. Now, if I do write at all in books, I usually use these fine point tip. Dobie got to this one. I'm pretty sure I've showed you guys this pen before, but that's the brown one. I don't use it very much, but black I use a lot. When I write on the translucent sticky notes, I use black. This is the brand. They're like $7. This is my 3rd or 4th pack of these. Okay, it's not gonna close, but anyway, I use these a lot. Now, if you're someone who does like writing in your books, so you like highlighters or anything, I did link those down below too. I love, again, like I said, I love the colors pastel, and these pastel highlighters are super popular right now, so go grab them. You know, I want to start writing in my books, but I'm scared. I'm not a very artistic person, so the fact that I could hold a pen near my book gives me anxiety. That is it for this video. I know it's really short, and a lot of people probably won't get much out of this, but if you did get something out of this, thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out those links in the description. I will be back next week with another video.